Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. I'm Chris Pajak, you know this, and I'm here to give my player ratings after Liverpool beat Chelsea 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. Okay, well, I won't do that again, I promise. Simon Mignolet, I'm going to give Simon Mignolet, I'm going to give him an 8, just because of the time that he made that Oscar save. It was vitally important that he made that save, and so just for that I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to try and rattle through these fairly quickly. Nathaniel Klein, I'm going to give him a 7. Thought first half he played a little bit inside when he was going up the field, didn't he? And I wouldn't say struggled as such, but wasn't as good going forward as I've seen from him so far this season. But you know what? 7.5 for Nathaniel Klein. 7. When you win 3-1 at Stamford Bridge, seven's the benchmark, isn't it? Nathaniel Klein was better than that. Martin Scale, I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he was brilliant, and it was Paul that drew it to my attention. Absolutely outstanding today. Everything, every single tussle with Diego Costa and stuff. There was one time very early on in the first half where someone was running at him, and I had that feeling in the pit of my stomach that you get when someone runs at Martin Skrtel. But there was another time, I think it was second half, when he positions himself perfectly. Alberto Moreno forces the situation, but Skrtel's in the right place at the right time, and he did that largely throughout the entire game to perfection, so I'm going to give him a 9. Mamadou Sakho, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he did everything asked of him. There were a couple of times where, again, he has those Mamadou Sakho moments, but nothing comes from it, so there you go. Alberto Moreno, I thought he was brilliant as well. I'm going to give him a 9. I thought just an accomplished left-back performance, and I didn't think he had that in him last season. I thought he was a great left wing-back. I thought he was brilliant. He could have got a goal as well, let's not forget. Like, if he's just got a little bit more composure in front of goal, he would have put it past the keeper to the other side. But, from a purely defensive aspect, absolutely superb. He's always going to struggle at the back post, as does Nathaniel Klein when crosses come in, but he is about 2 foot tall, so it's not really his fault there, is he? Everything they had a chance to deal with, he dealt with absolutely brilliant, so there you go, there's his rating for that. Lucas Leiva, brilliant again, an 8. I thought he was just outstanding. Of the defensive midfielders on show, he was the pick of the bunch. 8.5 for Lucas, actually. Emre Can, I think he was the player that I was most disappointed in. Not because he had a shit game, but because he was probably average. I don't think he really enforced his will on the game as much as he would have liked. I think when he did drive forward with the ball at his feet, he managed to get in very, very close one time to the final third, and his passing's just not there when it needs to be. When you want someone to pass it like Phil Coutinho or David Silva, he's unfortunately not that player, but he gets into those positions, so I thought he was alright as well. James Milner, actually, do you know what? I take that back about Emre Can. I'm going to give Emre Can a 7.5. I'm going to give James Milner a 7 because he was the most disappointing player for Liverpool. Just ran his socks off again. Just didn't affect the football match enough, did he? If you agree or disagree, of course, let me know in the comment section below. Hang on a minute. Adam Lallana will be the next player, wouldn't he? I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was good. He got in beyond Roberto Firmino when he was on the pitch plenty of times. I thought the Firmino up top thing was absolutely brilliant, to be honest, because what it forced him to, Roberto Firmino was coming back so much that it forced Adam Lallana and Phil Coutinho to actually go past him, and get into the box and stuff. And Adam Lallana was just an outlet for us, so that's his rating. Phil Coutinho, 9.9. He was outstanding. To be fair though, the game passed him by for large parts of it. But when it matters, when it came to crunch time, he was there every single time. And if he'd have scored a header as well, he'd have got a 10. As such, it's a 9.9. Roberto Firmino, I'm going to give him an 8.5. I thought he was good. It's clearly a position that he's not familiar with. But I thought, first sort of 15 minutes when we struggled, I thought he was our best player. First half, I probably thought he was our best player. Affected the match. He was the only one who looked calm in possession that first 15 minutes. And I think his performance, it had the ripple effect on everybody else and just made them calm down a little bit more. Now, I might be reading too much into it. I am absolutely loving Roberto Firmino at the moment, so apologies if I'm reading a little bit too much in this and trying to draw conclusions where there aren't none to draw. Christian Benteke, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought, there were times when we needed to relieve pressure. He was perfect for it. And that's what I've not seen Liverpool do with a target man. Pick the right time to hoof it long to Benteke, and he brought the ball in well, gets a striker's finish as well. I mean, all you can ask for from a substitute appearance. Who else? Jordan Ibe did enough when he came on. Give him an 8, why not? Improved over the last week by country miles, as is every single player on the Liverpool pitch at the moment. And Jurgen Klopp, I'm going to give you a rating today, mate. I'm going to give you a 9.9 as well. I think you set up the team absolutely brilliantly. I think you set us up for a draw as a bare minimum. I think, you've instilled confidence into the players. You've instilled this drive and determination to win the ball back further up the pitch. We knew that was coming, but I didn't think that at Chelsea we'd see it so well. And look, you'd have got a 10 if you'd have slapped Mourinho. So things for you to improve on, Jurgen. If you agree or disagree with me, of course, let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to check out the Final Word Show on the redmentv.com and check out the rest of the post-match content in this handy little playlist that we'll annotate to at the end of the video. Cheers.
Hello, welcome to Redmen TV. Liverpool have just smashed Jose Mourinho's Chelsea off the park. He had nothing to say. I've got plenty to say, so let's get stuck into it.